Okay, so it's sharing this screen. Is it playing?
That one's not. I don't know how to. All right.
It might just take a minute. I don't remember how to get back to this. Is it on Twitter? Yes, it's live on Twitter.
Where is it? Okay.
You ready?
No.
The magic is, they're getting to see how the magic happened. It's fine. Let me wait 1 second. Okay.
I'm good to go. Are we good to go? Here we go. All right, here we go. Just got to do a little last minute check-ins. Okay. Yeah, Rob, let's make sure this audience is looking good. Yeah, take that guy, put him over there on that side. Let's get that. Yeah, it looks good right there. Okay, and these three, yeah, let's put them together. It looks good. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just real quick for the studio audience. There's not any crafty today due to the circumstances that are beyond our control. Once again, studio audience, no crafty. Hopefully you brought some of your own pistachios and water. Next up, we don't have an opening comic for you. We've called in all our favors, and we just we have to apologize for no opening comic. Also, folks, this is a live show, so we're going to want your help with a little bit of applause when it's time and a little bit of laughter when it's time. Okay, folks? But without further ado, let's put your hands together for our host, Amber Preston.
Oh wow, that's me. I'm here. I'm gonna just unmute our first guest as we get things started. We have such an exciting show. This is the magic of Zoom live streaming. I maybe I'm streaming to multiple platforms. We're trying. I got a guest who's here. He's ready. Before we get to him, I just want a quick, because I'm formatting this like a talk show, late night, afternoon, you get it. I have an opening segment. I also scratched my eyeball yesterday morning. So, quarantine's going great. I don't have any jokes like some talk show hosts have at the top of a show because I am numb to the outside world. But I do have some letters from home. We're stuck at home, and it's nice to get back to those like old school basics of writing a letter to someone. And I've received some letters from my home. So here's the first one. Dear Amber. Oh, that's nice. Please wash me. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, I do need to be cleaned with soap and water. I am not the cast iron skillet, but I am just as important. XO, the coffee pot. Oh, well, isn't that sweet? That was nice of the coffee pot to send me a letter. Okay, great. There's one, we got two more here. There's another nice letter I've received from home. To my beloved Amber, how are you? It's been so long and I miss you terribly. Oh, this is a touching letter. Seems like we used to do everything together. Did I do something wrong? Is there someone else? You can tell me. We were so close once upon a time. Surely that love remains. Please, dear Amber, please come back to me. I love you and miss you. Eternally yours, the good bra. Oh, that's so sweet of my bra to have written me a letter. Gosh. Okay. And one last letter from home. This is a segment. I wrote down on a notebook paper, the segment, letters from home. Amber. Okay. Well, that's a cold opening. Amber, please go away. I'm sick of you. Shut the door. Regards, the refrigerator. Okay, you know what? Those were three different feelings happening in our household right now. Welcome to Sparkly Parts, the album release party. Oh, things are happening. It is streaming on YouTube. Okay, my producer Peter Jane is on it.
It's
Great.
up.
It's up. It's got
a funny title.
We got a delay. We got things are happening. If you are watching this on Instagram Live, it may or may not be working. I can only learn so much tech in quarantine, okay? If you're watching this on Instagram Live and it is working, we probably look a little funny. Hop over to the Twitter or the Facebook. You'll get a better view of my eye that's jacked up. Okay, it is now time to welcome our first guest. I'm so excited to have him here. You maybe know him because you can probably see him at some tiny point in this screen. You know him from Grace and Frankie and Mystery Science Theater. He's just like an all-around super duper great guy, and I'm really excited that he's here. You guys, get your sign ready.
Oh yeah.
This is a professional show. This is harder than a live show. Please make some noise for Baron Vaughn, everybody.
Hey.
He's.
Oh, am I on?
You're on. Sorry, we didn't have enough in the budget for an additional PA.
Oh, okay, all right.
Um,
I have to clean that water up myself then.
Hey, Baron, thank you so much for joining us on my Sparkly Parts album release party in the virtual realm.
This is the realm that we're all going to be living in for a little bit.
We're in it. What part of the country are you joining us from?
I am joining us. I'm joining you from the great state of worry. No, I'm in California.
Excellent. You're so close. It's so far away. And I'm excited to have you here. I think you're an amazing stand-up comedian. You guys check him out. He's on your TV nonstop. This guy is everywhere all the time, doing all the things. I wanted to invite you onto the show because I think you're a gosh darn delight. I also, again, we're not going to do stand-up on this show because that's weird. But people need entertainment and they need some education. You are a parent. That is correct? And how you have two little ones. They're adorable. What are their names and how old are they? If you mind sharing, you don't have to share. That's personal. Oh God, is this how they do it?
No, I'll share. Well, thank you for the compliment, Amber. You're a very funny comedian as well, which is why I agreed to do this because I've seen you kill them softly with your jokes, and I love supporting people who are good. So yes, I have two little children. One's 2.5, one is 10 months. He's going to be 1 in June. The oldest one is named Savion, and the youngest one is named Jaimin.
And they are sweetie pies. I do say, I mean, a lot of kids are cutie pies, and you're like, oh, those are cute kids. they're genuinely cool little dudes. Like I've met them and they're fun guys. So you're quarantined at home.
Yes.
2 humans under the age of 5, 2 humans over the age of 25, we'll say.
Yes.
And are you guys doing all right? Are you surviving this quarantine?
Yeah, I mean, luckily before this happened, we had the good fortune to move into a house that has a little yard.
Yeah.
So there's a place for the kids to be outside, for us to be outside and run around. We lived in an apartment where we did not have a yard before this, and we didn't have laundry and stuff. So we had to I'm wondering how it's going over there right now, and everyone trying to share a laundry room. This is the nicest place I've ever lived in. It's not even the fanciest house ever. It's just the nicest place I've ever lived in.
Well, that is great.
In apartments and stuff like that, in a desert town. But luckily we have that, so it helps. But that said, they're crawling up the wall. They have like cabin fever, something fierce, and they miss their friends and their little.
Did they arrange the books behind you? Did they color coded the books, the shelf behind you?
Yes. They did this. No, actually, I didn't know this because I don't have a lot of friends that are parents, at least not in Los Angeles. But the youngest one, when he started to walk, they go up to anything that's at their level. So like if you have a bookshelf that's low, they will try to climb it, which is a big problem. Like children get hurt that way.
Same. My husband, same.
Yes. And so wait, your husband got hurt by climbing a bookshelf as a child?
Well, no, I stopped him before he got too far, but yeah.
Okay. And they will rip books. They'll open them and be like, what's this? And just rip them. I'm like, no, that's what
you're raising little
this, stuff like that.
Little fascists in your house. They're like, nah, books.
Yeah, they're like, burn these, Fahrenheit 451.
Like, oh, okay. So they're very advanced geniuses, your children.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I want to do a little game with you because again, people are stuck at home. They need some parenting tips. You're the parent expert on the show tonight. So I just want to throw out this is a little game or segment. I've written it down several ways in my notebook when preparing for this show. TV's hard is what I'm pretending this is. So this is a game we're calling Yay or Nay, or Are You Out of Your Mind? That is not happening in this house. And these are some suggestions I found online, just like make a schedule, just like, here's like 1,017 things to do with your kids,
right,
schooling and all that jazz. So just let me know. I'm going to pitch something to you, and then you let me know if you think it's reasonable or not.
Okay.
So here's a tip. Especially if you need to get some work done, try asking your toddler for help with work. Give him or her a stack of papers or an old phone or computer and let them work next to you and do simple computer tasks like emails and make a plan for what you need to do. Do you think how's that for a?
That is technically a yay. Okay. And I say technically because you don't want to give them anything real that they can get their sticky little peanut butter hands on. We have a fake computer that he'll sometimes sit next to us and type on. That's acceptable, but like touching my real computer is off limits.
So it does distract. They're even little ones are like, yes, I got to get those likes. I have a tweet.
Oh yeah, because they copy you. So it's like if I'm doing it, then he wants to do it too, even if it's like an imaginary machine. But he likes to play the game of I'm an adult. I've got jobs.
I like to play that game too. I'm making a TV show right now. Okay, here's another activity. DIY lifesaver lollipops. You take a bunch of lifesavers. Now, if I'm not mistaken, those are nice and chokeable. And then you melt them in the oven and then put a stick in them and you make a sucker. Does that seem like a great activity?
Nay.
That's I suspected as much. All right. Here's another one I saw. Train the dog. Just like
that's a nay because we don't have a pet, and unfortunately, I'm allergic to animals.
That's all animals. I just like that blanket, like, yeah.
Oh yeah, the idea of an animal makes me sneeze. Like everyone's been talking about tiger.
Yeah.
I can't even say the name of the show. Most popular show in America. It makes me sneeze.
You mean Grace and Frankie's the most popular show in America? Okay. Here's another tip. Collect rocks. I thought. Someone was trying to hit a word count on that blog and they were like, I need one more activity.
That sounds like an insult. That sounds like what an old school like kid from the 20s, like a Bowery boy would say. They're like, why don't you go collect rocks? Like that's what it doesn't sound like a fun activity at all.
No, it doesn't. Maybe unless it's like to like build a shelter for your home because the world is ending.
Yes.
Here's the one I really liked. Let your kids practice boredom. Is that a yay or a nay or no thank you, please?
Let your kids practice boredom.
I think the idea is like not to have like such a schedule. Does that seem like?
I mean, I'd say yay to that. I you know, like, because they do need to kind of figure out sometimes how to be by themselves and, you know, not have you in their face all the time, like be self-sufficient. They don't get bored, you know, they figure out something to do, like, and apparently kids always need some like me time, you know, even babies.
Right.
You can suffocate them with activities, definitely.
I love the idea of your 2-year-old that's like, listen, Dad, I love this energy you're bringing to this table of collecting rocks, Dad, but I just need some me time.
Seriously, my son, my toddler, I sing a lot, and he has started going like, no song. I was singing along to a song and he was trying to turn it off, and then I was singing without it. And he's like, song's over. Song is over. And it's like, okay, I get it. My 3rd grade teacher, I get it.
Right. Does he like to sing, or he just likes a little quiet time?
He does sing a little bit, but he doesn't like the way I sing. Apparently, he's just kind of like, cut it out, you know.
No, I'm more of a female vocalist. Can we get some Lizzo up in here? And then
Lizzo, not even joking. Well, Beyonce and Lizzo, that's his jam.
Yeah. Do they know enough? I feel like the young people in my life like request things and they get like, no, not that song, that song. No, not that version of that song, that version. Yes.
He likes, there's 2 Beyonce songs and 2 Lizzo songs that he specifically likes to hear over and over again.
Yeah. And then you say, no song, practice being bored.
I'm like, let me listen to some Bootsy, baby. Come on, a little fun.
Our wedding song was Bootsy Collins, so that was fun.
Which one? I'd rather be with you.
Yeah.
That's a good wedding song.
That's a good song. It's a sweet jam. And then the last tip, you told me if it's a yay or a nay, is just have a real conversation. It's like, who's having what?
I do actually like to have a real conversation with them. I heard this thing about baby talk because people think it's cute, but apparently developmentally a child figures out how to get you to say the word that they want you to say. So you say like, you want your bottle, and they go baba. And then at some point you go baba too, because you've heard them say that. And it's how they learn, but really it's master manipulation. When it comes, it's like a Jedi trick.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, so I try to talk straight to them like, hey, how you doing? You know, stuff like that. And they just look at me most of the time, but they're very verbal. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that me and my wife talk a lot around. So they kind of, that's a good one.
I'm gonna just try and start incorporating that into my everyday life. Maybe not with I got to think of words that I make up, like the baba, and like I'm gonna train the people around me, which right now is only one person, so that doesn't quite work out. Well, Baron, I know you have to get back to little ones, and I really do appreciate you taking some time to just chat with us on this Silly Goose Fun Time show and give us some parenting advice. Do you have any fun, exciting projects that we don't know about that you can tell us about?
Yeah, I mean, I got the fortune to do a little show before the shutdown called The Great Debate, which is going to be Sci-Fi Wire, and it's kind of like a nerdy panel show for people to be funny about nerdy things.
Oh, that sounds
that'll be coming out in June on a TV near you, hopefully.
Yeah. And where's Grace and Frankie? What season are we what's happening there?
Well, season 6 came out earlier this year. Season 7 has been shut down. Right. So we had to stop.
Ooh, sorry to bring it up. But,
No, it's all good, man. It's like we got, our Jane Fonda's like 80. So it's kind of like we gotta, hands off a little bit.
Right. Like you're like, ooh, yeah, we can take a break. We can take a break for the leads who are vulnerable. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Baron Vaughn. I'll kick you on out and let you get back to your beautiful family. Give my best to everyone. Thank you much for the parenting tips. We're gonna have Jenny Yang here in just a few seconds. Let's clap for Baron, everybody. Oh, the applause.
Thanks.
I'm gonna kick him out. Oh, thank you. Yes, Sparkly Parts out tonight at midnight. Here we go. I'm gonna kick you out. Right. Oh wait. Oh my gosh, you guys, coming up next, let me do this. Very professional. It is hard to do so many of the parts. I've just been handed a note by my producer, plug album. Oh yeah, this is my album release party. You can buy it on iTunes, all in the places. You can hear it, all of it at midnight tonight. Officially comes out tomorrow. This is a party to celebrate. If you're watching on Instagram, don't head over to one of the other things. You guys, our next guest, I'm excited for the game we have. Our next guest, I'm super excited. Get your sign ready. So former labor organizer turned stand-up comedian, writer, actor. She was a writer and performer on the late night talk show Busy Tonight with Busy Phillips. And she currently writes on the Fox comedy Last Man Standing. Please make some noise for Jenny. Yay! Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, you're here. Oh, and it's so nice of you to take some time to join us. You're at the beach, I see.
I know. This is my favorite Zoom background. That's default. You know what I mean? This is just how I live. I have a bikini under here, you know?
Yeah.
Bikini.
You're like, it might be quarantine, but I have a lounge, and that's what I appreciate about you. Oh, did I pull it up? Jenny, you were, as the kids say, killing the game.
What does that even mean to you?
You are cool, so I was hoping you would be able to tell me. But did I? I forgot to save the picture.
What's the game? What's the game that I'm killing? Oh, I know. Are you gonna pull up a picture of something I posted recently?
I was trying to pull up. Oh, so you were just in the Hollywood Reporter. I thought I saved that picture, but I maybe. Jenny was just in the Hollywood Reporter, Fancy Pants Mag.
I'll try to show you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Pull it up. You know, in the magazines, they do a little blurb. There's like a celebrity and then a little quote from them, and then another celebrity and a little quote from them. Jenny was in one of those. Yeah, pull it up, share that screen, girl. And next, it's like Chris Cuomo and you, Adam Sandler. Is that correct?
Yeah, basically. And there was a quote on this spread, on this layout. There was a quote from the Tiger King himself, you know, Joe, what's his face. And everyone was commenting like, wow, there's all these quotes on this page and there's only a photo of like you, Chris Cuomo and Adam Sandler, and no photo of Tiger King. Jenny, you've made it.
That is, when you think about that, the eyebrow ring, the mullet, the eyeliner, like you beat out so many interesting
visual.
Yeah, that's what I mean by killing the game. That's what I mean.
Thank you. I was gonna pull it up. Well, while we keep talking, I'm gonna pull it up as a background.
Oh yeah, please do.
I'll do that.
It's so fun, and that's like what this technology is, right? It's hard to like maneuver and talk. I just think it's great, and so I think that's great. I also rewatched the video you made today in response to Andrew Yang's.
Oh yes, last week.
Yeah, and you were out on the streets of Highland Park, just being an American, and I salute you. I raise a flag to you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody, I don't know. And find Jenny Jenny Yang TV on Instagram, and we'll do more of that at the end. But so I just find you terribly entertaining and smart, and just real
thank you.
Speaking of good eggs, if you find that, pull it up on your background. I want to play a game with you now. Yeah. We both very much enjoy a runny egg food. And you are an amazing cook. I have not eaten your food, but the sheer behind the scenes, your Instagrams of like you making pasta and the meals that you prepare and take pictures of are truly breathtaking. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at this glamazon. I like dressing wherever I go. And Adam Sandler's right below you.
There we go. Is that better? The mirroring.
I love it.
Can you read it now?
We can read it. Yeah. I mean, you got to get that framed, right? Like your parents have to put that above the fireplace.
It's in the print edition. Who even thinks about the print edition anymore? It's 2020. Everything's online. It's all just stardust. You know what I mean? But here,
no one's going to the store to physically pick up anything. You guys, Postmates that magazine. Get it to your house so you can see Jenny virtually. I can't stop. These are my okay. Let me get my. So you are an excellent cook. We both love a runny egg.
Yes.
We love a little yolk porn is the situation.
Yes.
I'm going to change my backgrounds and to a picture, and I want you to tell me okay, these are pictures of eggs. These are different types of eggs. Yeah. And I want you to tell me which former presidential candidate would correspond to which egg comes to
Oh, wow. Okay. This is,
So,
okay, here we go. This is challenging.
So this is
Oh,
over
a nice
easy
runny
egg.
Over easy egg.
Over easy
I
egg.
feel like that's Cory Booker.
Cory Booker.
Cory Booker is an over easy egg because he just wants to be easy. You know, he doesn't want any fuss.
Right.
He's
cool.
like, I get along with everyone.
Right.
I want you to like me. That's like literally his energy.
Like he's kind of like I'm running or I'm kind of hard.
Yeah. I'm easy and I'm running. You know what I mean? I ran for president.
There you go.
Bada boom.
There you go. Okay, this one is fried hard, broken yolk.
Oh my God, that literally looks like Trump. It's so gross. It literally looks like Trump. It even has the orange tan, over tan face with the two bubble eyes.
Yeah.
The hair is out of control. It is a portrait of Trump. I don't know where you found this, but it is art.
Yeah, it's nobody. That's too much. That's like a well done steak. No good. Okay, and then we got a little hard boiled. I didn't plan. Okay, I gotta figure out which one.
Who would be hard boiled? I think Bernie is hard boiled. You know what I mean? Bernie's hard boiled because he, you know, he's good. He's versatile. He's like, he's a little crotchety. You know what I mean? You can mush him up and make a good little egg salad with your bagel. And I did say bagel because he is Jewish.
Right. You chose those chosen words for the chosen person. Yes.
Yeah. I in college was my first time ever experiencing a bagel bar at like the lunchroom or whatever. And it blew my mind because it was my first time on the East Coast living in college. There was a bagel bar with tuna salad, chicken salad, and egg salad. And it
I don't think I've ever. I'm from the Midwest, so like, God, that sounds all too spicy. Oh, like you got your carbs, and then you can just.
You have relish in there? That is too spicy.
Oh, that sounds. Well, you're opening bagel bar. That sounds so good. Did we do that? Oh, we didn't do this one. Okay, now just.
Oh God.
Just a raw egg, like you dropped it on the floor, maybe.
Yeah. God, who is that? That's Marianne Williamson. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're going back to the early primaries.
Right.
I feel like Marianne Williamson defies boundaries. You know what I'm saying? She's like, fuck the show, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And so she runs all over the place. You don't know where she's gonna go. It's unpredictable.
It's unpredictable. It's like, there's so much good here, but like, now I can't use it. Like
I can't, you know, you can't hold it.
Like, I like that part. And then, what a mess. Let's get out. And then finally, we have a poached egg.
Oh, here we go.
I know it's on a little avocado toast, but
I love that. I feel like this is very, you know, Pete Buttigieg, because this is a very beautiful brunch item. And yes, I said brunch because he is gay. And so that's
this woman is smart.
These are all stereotypes that I just wanted to bring up, and I somehow had managed to do it with eggs.
With eggs. That's how good you can make connections. And that's why we love you. I named this game. That's Egg Excitement with Jenny Yang. That's so silly.
Thank you. I love this game. I could play this game forever.
Oh, great. We'll talk. Well, there's always room for egg talk. People can find you again at Jenny Yang TV on Instagram, and you have a new weekly show, Asian Cam Girls Live.
Bi-weekly. Yes, bi-weekly. It's called Asian Cam Girls Live because honestly, sex work is real work in general. But then for us as comedians, we are all cam girls now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So Asian Cam Girls Live is the show every other week. We're going to start probably next week. You know, details to come.
Yeah, and then you also have follow on Instagram, Everything's Fine show. That's a new online talk. So that was a show you were going to do.
I was going to do it live in person before the quarantine happened. Yeah. And I'm now finally figuring out how I'm going to do it either once or twice a month. It's a talk show. It's Everything's Fine with Jenny Yang. It is a competitive self-care comedy show, and it's going to be great.
A competitive self-care comedy show. That's everything I've ever wanted in a show. And that's super great. You guys make some noise for Jenny Yang. Follow her on all the things. Pick up the Hollywood Reporter. I thank you so much for agreeing to do this and helping me celebrate my album release here in the virtual world.
Oh my God, I'm so honored, Amber. You're so funny and amazing, and it's just so awesome. I'm gonna download and pre-order your album now.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you. Sparkly Parts comes out at midnight. Thank you so much, Jenny. I'm going to kick it over to our next guest, you guys. Jenny Yang. Yeah. You can, watch or whatever, move yourself. You do what you want. I'm going to move on. Okay. This is how it happens. This is crazy. Okay. I'm going to unmute our next guest. All right. Our next guest is, you guys, I'm so excited. He's here. He's warming up. I can hear him. I can hear you moving around. I am from Minneapolis. I started stand up in Minneapolis and lived there a long time ago. And there was a good chunk. Oh, there he is. A good chunk of my youth that he was gone. There was a good chunk of my youth where I spent every Wednesday night at a place called Glicks and listened to some sweet tunes and became a huge fan of our next performer. He's just the best. And you guys, please welcome to the show, Alex Rossi, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan. Thank you for being on my album release party show virtual
Thank you
time.
for thinking of me.
I thought, hey, it's not a live show. I'm not limited to just stand-ups or people that live in my city. You can't say no because I know that you're stuck at home. So
you got me there.
I got me there. We go way back. I've known you now, I don't know, like 15 years, I feel like.
Yeah, at least.
The since way back Dinkytown house. That's so long ago. Would you be so kind as to play a little ditty for us?
I would love to.
Yeah, right on. I'm gonna minimize myself and mute myself, and you guys enjoy the music of Alex Rossi.
All right. Thank you for having me here. All the way out here in California, Amber. I appreciate it. Little song I call R&B. All right. I said, well, oh man, the rhythm and blues got old, man. No one's using them so fast. They won't spin records without their both hands. How they gonna learn about romance? Getting down with your girl on a slow jam. I'm too old for this pole dance. You just won't move me like so. And I said, well, guess who's home? I survived another trip out on the road. Now let me warm. With them up beside you, girl, my bones they cold. Now we yeah. I know a man gonna be here for a couple of weeks. Without nobody to hold on. Well, nobody to hold on. Now when I stress about how far back the hair keeps growing on my head, or how long playing this guitar's keeping me out of debt, yeah. Well, what time has me taken yet? Oh, take a breath. Now, old man, the rhythm and blues got old man. No one's using it so fast. They won't spin records without their both hands. How they gonna learn about romance? Getting down with your girl on a slow hand. I'm too old for this pole dance. It just won't move me like so. Well, something's gotta give, or something's gonna break down. You're calling your name out the world, or you dig out a grave. Every day I make music, yeah. Every day I get loud. All I do is play until it hurts, man. All I ever do is church, yeah. Well, this was going out in addition to pouring out that drink for my cats in Brooklyn Park. That's where the quirks in, now with the bookends, and all the kids are pirates. Cars get looked in, and anywhere I was born is where I start my hooks in. I got my hook in, and I'm keeping it hooked in. I got a call and I was speaking the bars. Ain't got no lines, so I changed guitar. Now my name's synonymous with alcohol anonymous. My funky body now, that ugly hippopotamus. Yeah, even my grandma saying, oh brother, he just on. Down in my mind, my body and bones is even in my toes. Said, ooh, we gonna play it all day. I said, well, old man, the rhythm and blues got old man. No one's using them soul claps. They won't spin records without their both hands. How they gonna learn about romance? Getting down with your girl on the slow jam. Too old for this old dance. It just won't move me like so can.
Woo, 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 woo. Oh,
Woot woot.
that was awesome. What was the name of that song?
It's called R&B.
R&B. And is that's an Alex Rossi original?
It sure is. I got a music video out there for it. And
The music video for that song?
I do have a music video for that song as well.
Oh my gosh. And then I saw you just put up a new song just a couple days ago and made a music video. What's the name of that song?
That's called Don't Get the Rona.
Don't Get the Rona. Did you film that all like just in your home by yourself?
So I just moved into a new studio, and since there's nothing to do but make music, I figured this is the first song I've ever made 100% myself and then made the video. So I played all the parts, I recorded it, and then I made the video for it as well, all sitting there in my new studio.
It's really fun. It's a toe tapper. Just because I'm curious, and there's no audience live for me to say, oh, they don't care and they're bored. Too bad. They already heard us at the beginning, like trying to figure out the technical stuff. It's the behind the scenes Hollywood show. When you made that video, what did you record first? The drums, the guitar, the vocals? How do you do that?
I think I did like the drums, guitar, and bass all first, and then I came up with some words, and then after you have the words, then you go put the green screen up and you pretend to sing to your own song. Yeah.
So it's safe to say that maybe you're going a little bit stir crazy there, Minnie.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
But you know what? I couldn't imagine not having that studio.
Yeah. So you are able to leave and you go to the studio while you're by yourself. You're being safe is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep. It's nobody else is there but me. So it's just an extension of my home.
That's great. That sounds like a dream, and you get to create beautiful content for us. Also, is it snowing? What's the weather like in Minneapolis right now? We need a quick.
It's starting to melt. There's still a little bit of snow on the deck, but
oh god,
we got covered in snow again the last couple of days, but it's on its way out. It's just, at this point, I don't even really care. It's another day in lockdown. It might as well snow.
Yeah, right. Might as well snow. Maybe that's the name of your next tune. I'm gonna let in our next guest. Hopefully he's maybe ready. Well, Alex, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on. You guys find Alex Rossi. Alex,
find me, damn it.
Find him, ROSSI, on all the things, and you guys clap for him. You're in your homes. I have to trust that you're clapping. Our next guest is clapping. Thank you, Alex. I'm gonna kick you out, and I want to get our next guest. Okay, you guys. Oh wait, I don't want him to see you yet. I just want him to see me. This is hard stuff. I tell you what. Wow, Alex Rossi, one of my favorite musicians in Minneapolis. I don't have the best sound for you guys to have listened to him, but check him out when you can. He's super great. All right, our next guest, holy buckets, what a treat we're about to have. Just a real fun egg. Dear friend who if he had said no to this, I would have been devastated, and instead I feel like a success. Why are we here? Celebrating my album that comes out at midnight, Sparkly Parts. You can find it there, where I thought this would also be streaming. I thought a lot of things. I thought you couldn't hear us in the beginning of this, but that's fine. You know what? We're all doing our best, like trying to, with our eyes, say to our producer, like, I know that part's not working. It's fine. Our next guest, so great. He's working all the time. If you know who I am as a stand-up comic, probably it's because you saw this guy first. You guys, please welcome to the show, Chad Daniels. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Wow. Chad, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you look great. Where? Oh, you did. You spruced up at your tech rehearsal. I wasn't so sure about what was going to happen, and you brought your A game.
Well, I just switched hats. I had a
Yeah, yeah.
stocking cap on and I put my baseball cap on.
I go, it looks great. It looks
Well,
great.
thank you.
And where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you. I have my computer propped up on my kitchen island, and behind me you see my dining room.
Where, but like what city? Where are you? Where are you?
Oh, I thought you. I'm very specific during quarantine.
Could you tell me do you have 3 stools, and are you on the middle stool?
Yes, I am in Fergus Falls, Minnesota.
Great.
Minnesota.
Oh, there you are. Hey
Okay.
now. What's weather like? Is it so cold?
I was 40 degrees today, so we got to get out and hit the heavy bag in the backyard a little bit and do some jump some rope.
You had to jump some rope. Well, you are living it up. I tell you what.
Yeah, we're getting through it.
We're trying, and sometimes you try by pretending you know how to run a green screen and lights and Twitter and all the things, and it's fine. Oh, remember that one time when we ran a half marathon? That was fun.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I got an email from Dick Beardsley just yesterday saying, hey, sign up for a half marathon. And I thought, get out of here.
Well, I think we need to tell people that we didn't run a half marathon.
Right.
We ran a half
collectively.
Marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
We each ran, right.
6 miles or 6.5 miles. You ran 6.5 miles.
6.55. Yes. Correct.
Right. My two favorite memories of that day, because it was a million years ago. Your kids were tiny little people.
Yeah.
Like on my shift of jogging quickly, you guys were like on the car, drove by in the car, and your kids were little and they don't know who I am, so they were like, "Go teammate, good, go teammate." And that's I'm still listening to that today. And anyway, you're the best. You're really funny. You're streaming nonstop on all of the comedy platforms. Don't you take this compliment?
Thank you.
Don't you? You have a special called Dad Channels.
I do.
I thought you said I don't. I was like, oh no, but I think that you do.
Yeah, I do. It's on Amazon Prime, but it's also on YouTube for free.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's
Sure.
great. People can check that out. You also have a wildly successful podcast. I dare say it's wildly successful.
I don't know what that means, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
I think like I was a guest on it, and then I even got a few like, hey, we enjoyed you as well. So when like I get sloppy seconds, I think that's wildly successful.
We don't have tons of fans, but the fans we have would kill for us. And I think that's a good place to be when we're in a pandemic.
Yeah, I think it's like, I dare say, that's like a nice cult, like just like a polite army.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's the name of your next album. Great. Well, I have a fun game for you to play.
I'm ready.
And okay, so this game, so it's no secret that you're not maybe the biggest fan of Los Angeles. You prefer Minnesota.
I enjoy the weather in Los Angeles a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only thing I don't like about it is that when people come to comedy shows there's a chance Brad Pitt's going to show up to do some time, and so when you're doing your jokes and they've never heard of you, it's just it's not fun.
It's not fun. I will say the last time you were in LA, I had the pleasure of opening for you, and it was sold out months before the show, so you can eat it. They loved you. The fans, they do love you.
Well, that was very fun. That show was very fun, yes.
Yeah, the people in the people were wearing t-shirts. They were bringing you gifts. You didn't share any of the cookies people brought, but that's fine. So my point is, like, you maybe have you just don't love Los Angeles. I personally really enjoy it here.
Sure.
So we're going to play a game called LA or no, Los Angeles or no. And I just found a few, but it's also Chicago because why not? I found some phrases that were overheard in either Los Angeles or Minneapolis or Chicago. Okay. Sure. So I'm going to read one and then you tell me if it's LA or no, Minnesota or Chicago. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is, first phrase is, I wasn't actually saying words. I was just saying things.
It seems very Los Angeles to me. It seems like the beginning of a podcast that has to do with true crime.
Right, it's making my husband laugh. He hasn't laughed once this whole time, probably because I yelled at him when we were live, and I have 17 text messages about people saying, we can hear you. Great. Wasn't looking at my phone. All of my cousins, and we were like, we can hear you. Like, well, you know what? It's fine. Buy my album. Buy my album, maybe we can afford a different place to live and we'll have more space and then I won't yell at him. Okay. No, that was Minneapolis.
Was it?
That was Minneapolis. I mean,
are you going to give me context to any of this? Like where you heard it? Oh,
I didn't hear them. I just found them on like very reliable Twitter and Instagram pages.
Okay.
Like,
do we know if the person had traveled from Minneapolis to Minneapolis from Los Angeles?
We don't, but I did look, like some of them I found, I was like, oh, that's a funny tweet. And I was like, okay, this is a retweet. Is this person really from Minneapolis or Chicago or LA? Because I didn't want that scenario because I knew you would bring up that point.
I'm just being a baby because I got it wrong. We can keep going.
Great. The next one. Let's try having sex first before we rush into dating. Chicago, Minneapolis, or Los Angeles?
I mean, these are all big cities. a lot of big cities. You don't hear that in rural Minnesota much. You hear like, well, I saw you at the Dairy Queen and then I asked you to marry me and now we're going to have 9 kids. I'm going to go again with Los Angeles.
Okay. Nope. That was Chicago. Great. But in your defense, yeah, that could have been a lot of places. The youth these days. Okay. There's another one. Yelp is like white women Pornhub. That was overheard in what city? Yelp is like white women Pornhub.
I mean, I'm at a loss.
No, just pick one. There's 3.
I'm going to pick Los Angeles again. I'm going to keep picking Los Angeles.
No, Chicago. Okay, you're going to get this one.
Do you spend any time in Los Angeles, Amber?
I do. Quit yelling at me, even though it's not my fault you're losing this game.
I'm 0 for 3.
Okay, here's one. I always forget how filling broth is.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. I thought you'd get that one. I'm keeping track as if there's something at stake here. There's not. Okay. Okay. I've never played around in a meadow before, but I know it's amazing.
Chicago.
Nope, that's Minnesota. My producer just handed me a note. And when we were running through this game, because I thought they were a bit too obvious, he wanted me to let you know that he only got one of them right. So you guys are on track.
You think you thought they were obvious because you saw the tweets and made the game?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Just pretty great. Pretty great.
I also we should play Chad Wins after this. You'll love it.
Okay. Nope, it's my show. I can mute you and unmute you.
No.
This is my show. I'll yell at you, as we all know from the beginning of this production. Okay. Okay, here's another one. I can make your hands smell like chicken nuggets. What city was that overheard in?
I mean, that has to be Minnesota.
You'd think, but it was LA. I did try to find tricky LA ones. Why would you say that? Can you think of a scenario where you would say, I can make your hands smell like chicken nuggets?
Yeah, I bet if someone said, I bet you can't make my hands smell like chicken nuggets.
You got me there. You get a few extra points for that one.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, there's a couple more. Here's one. Phyllis has to fly to Cleveland because Steve shot himself in the foot.
I mean, this seems like we're making fun of Cleveland.
I didn't know. That's just on here.
I'm going to go Los Angeles.
That was Minneapolis. Right. Okay, I care where my food comes from. That's why I always shop at Whole Foods.
Again, that could be any of the, you picked 3 major metropolitan areas.
It's fun. That's why this is like a real, that was Minneapolis. This is like a real late night talk show. Like you can't win, but you can because we're opening the door for you to be charming and I'm silly. Like, right? Isn't that how TV works? Okay. And the last one, you're pretty. You shouldn't be dating someone with roommates. Where was that overheard?
I mean, I'm gonna stick with Los Angeles.
That was Chicago. The last one was Los Angeles, but I wasn't going to say it, but I will not, so that you would have guessed it was my friend's a nurse, which is great because she monitors my heart rate when we do cocaine. So that was where that came. And well, Chad, you won the hearts and minds of the viewers.
I don't know if that's right, but now I have one for you. You
Okay.
ready?
No.
Los Angeles, Minneapolis, or Chicago? I'm going to download Sparkly Parts at midnight.
I'm going to say all of them.
That was a trick question. You're right. It's all of them.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, moves. I kept forgetting to ask the other guests this, but I do want to ask you before I let you go. I really do thank you for having me. And you guys, if you're watching this, you probably already know who Chad is, but check him out.
I had a blast having you.
That's not how that phrase goes. Chad Daniels, so funny. He's great. He's my sister's favorite comedian. And so, that's something I have to live with. I want you to, are there any small businesses that you are so excited to go and support after we all get out of this mess?
Well, yeah, in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, there's several. There's a place called, which we're doing it now anyways, though. It's a Cafe 116, little sandwich shop and coffee shop. Viking Cafe has been around forever. Dairyland is just down the road. I used to work there in high school. So we go there once in a while and try to make sure we're buying food from restaurants that are curbside pickup.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Chad. I really appreciate you coming on and chatting and celebrating this little silly album release with me. Check out Dad Channels on Amazon and YouTube. And thank you so much. You're the best.
Check out Sparkly Parts. I've seen the set and it's great.
Yay. Thank you, Chad. I'm going to welcome our next guest. Applause. Now I forgot to welcome her in before I kicked you out. Oh, beauty wave. Okay. Thank you, Chad. I'm going to kick you on out. All right. Our next guest, you guys. Holy moly. Boy, do we have a treat for you. Our final guest of the evening. I threw away my notes. Not that I need them. She's the best. I know I said that about everyone else, but they are no longer listening. Our final guest is real cool, real great, real funny. You've seen her on her own television show, Playing House. So good. You guys go find it and watch it. You've seen her on Veep. You've seen her on Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I dare say she is the star, maybe not top billed when the credits things happen, but she's the star of Bless This Mess on ABC. You guys, please make some noise for Lennon Parham. Here she is. Oh, wow. Oh, Hollywood.
Did somebody say that the parts needed to be sparkly?
oh, you're so sparkly. And are those sunglasses shaped like lips?
That's right, Brent.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't actually know.
They're beautiful.
I wanted to honor you. You'll see.
Oh gosh. Oh, did you prepare something? Because you saw the beginning of the show and you were like, I gotta save this.
Oh, this is good.
You're just many glasses. I like it. Lennon, thank you so much.
Hi, Amber.
You're
doing great. This is great. I love it. You look beautiful. It's charming. Each guest better than the last. It's wonderful.
It's real silly. I really did have a plan for doing a fun live show. And then,
you've succeeded. And you've succeeded. And every once in a while, I get a little wink of Peter's elbow. And I just want to nibble. There it is.
Want to nibble. He's trying sort of stay out of the way, and even though he's got his producer, you can come on in and play this game and hang out.
I like that haircut. P.S.
Everything's good. All right.
That's for COVID to latch onto, right?
that mic. I mean, how excited am I to get back out and tell jokes into a spongy, wet?
Oh no!
Yes,
you're gonna need to bring a mic mask. They do in some of the karaoke joints in Koreatown. You should be able to find some of these. They do like a little blue mic. Like cover, like the booties that you put over shoes, but you would just put it over your mic so that you don't have to get anybody spit on you.
Yeah, and you're quite the karaoke expert, if I'm not mistaken.
I do love karaoke.
I think
That's
the
true.
exact sentence
Done
was,
it in a minute.
you what?
I haven't done it in a minute.
I haven't done it in a minute. I think when
gonna
I
change
first
the
time
topic.
brought it up, classes, I was like, I remember saying like, oh yeah, Lyndon, I'm gonna go to a karaoke. I'd like do in Koreatown. I've never done that. And you were like, I
Mhm.
used to go all the time by myself. I used to do it
New York.
times a week.
It's a different thing in New York though, because you can go in 1 o'clock. You're in the city already because you're trapped, right? It takes 45 minutes to get home. And so you just go at 1 o'clock. They have private rooms, $4 an hour, and just sing nonstop, whatever. Middle of the Barbara Streisand song, you're like, oh, this key change didn't suit me well. Skip it's just the best. Invite friends for like a song.
Right.
It's the best.
Oh, I'm gonna go by myself sometime because I have done musicals and have sang in front of people, but I'm not great, and so that is never like a fun idea to me. But you've inspired me.
It's
I'm
about
gonna
the feeling. It's about the feeling.
I'll try that. I'll try that since I convinced you to come and play Dungeons and Dragons for the first time. That's friendship is opening up all the nerdy doors we never opened.
It was a great 5-way evening.
Yeah.
Were you the sorceress or the witch? Who was the mage? I don't know. I feel like it helped me when I watched The Witcher to understand better what was going on.
Yeah, I had magic powers because I kept trying to cast spells, but I didn't have enough.
You were a witch.
Skills.
You were a witch. Yeah.
And Peter, you had the climb behind. This is not interesting to anyone. Let's get to the game. Okay, I have a game for you. Okay, let me.
Sorry, I gotta put on my game glasses. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so glad that I scratched my eye and I also had to wear glasses tonight. Is it so gross?
Oh, only in the corner when you pull it down like that.
Great. I won't do that anymore then. Okay, so this is a game. Let me pull it. Just Lennon, say something funny while I find it.
No, that's rude. I'm not a stand-up. I do improv.
Well,
okay?
Improvise something.
And then I improvise on top of what other people have written.
Oh, right.
And
okay.
But it has to be real life situational commedia.
Oh, great. Well, okay. I'd say me trying to run this whole shenanigan is a real life
commedia dell'arte.
Okay. So this game, let me pull it up. Okay, I'm going to share the screen so you can see it. Share. This game is called Name That Recipe.
Yes. Yes.
But there's no.
Woo!
Yeah. Babe, don't worry about the streams. If it streams, it's streamed. We just got to be in the moment. We're in the corner up there. Okay.
Lemon recipe game on Google Slides. Okay, go for it.
So this is called Name That Recipe. I'm going to show you a recipe with the title missing. Oh, I don't have my notes. Do you have the notes of what the answers are? Got a key element. I tell you what, do we really
need them?
Yeah, because it's multiple choice, and I'm gonna because I don't want you to just have to guess blindly.
Oh,
it would be tricky. Okay, so the first one. Oh, I'm not a. Oh wow! Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, hip patters.
Oh, son of a gun. Well, that was how we don't play that game. It's a failure.
That's Dawn Thune, Robert's wife.
Mrs. Roberts. Well, this is the recipe. So now you get how it works. So it's going to be a shorter game because the example has been given. We're going to look at it. We got some Eagle brand milk. Yeah.
Chocolate.
Yep.
Delish.
Yeah.
I bet that's called the hip pattern.
Yeah. Or do you think it's called improvise like you haven't seen the answer?
Sorry.
Is it called A, damsel bars? B, hip patters, or C, Dawn's Delight?
Oh, I would have picked C.
You would have picked Dawn's
Delight. You would, yeah.
And say, let's see the answer. Oh, hip patter bars. Okay.
That's the worst name I've ever heard in my life. This is from your Etsy, all your eBay searches, right?
Yes.
For terrible. Do you remember the one time that you were so excited to get the casserole recipes and it got lifted? Someone stole it off your porch and they got home and they were like, it's an iPad. an antique book of recipes.
It was two. It was one book that was cooking with cottage cheese. I remember so vividly. And the other book was like the North Dakota Bean Counters Association, like
No,
Bean
no,
Association
no.
recipe book. And yeah, I hope
That's
that
terrible.
person made
They
something.
got what they deserved.
Yeah, they did. Okay, but
That's worse than that one that explodes glitter in your car.
that is. It's a good one. Okay, so here's the next one. Okay, so
Jace.
this one, I don't know if you can see it. It's got about 22 pitted.
pitted cooked prunes.
You can buy them in cans though, hun. See that? You can buy them in cans. Orange marmalade, lemon juice, walnuts, egg whites. You know, you put them in a blender, blend till smooth, about very specific.
No.
6 to 8 seconds, and then you put it in a bowl, fold in most of the nuts. Don't put in all the nuts. Whatever.
This is a no cook recipe.
no cook recipe. That's a clue, maybe.
Okay.
Put it into pile it into sundae glasses and top with the rest of the nuts. Okay. So we've got a couple of options here for what this
Can
is.
I pitch one?
You can
I
pitch-
guess? Can I guess
Yeah.
blind before we? Okay, I'm gonna call this the raw Dookie Daddy.
the raw Dookie Daddy.
The raw
Dookie Daddy.
Dookie Daddy. That's not
Raw
what it's
Dookie
called.
Daddy. That's not one of the choices. No.
Okay. Dang it.
It was close though. Maybe A, puffy prune whip. B, dessert declogger. Or C, prune swirl.
Prune swirl. Prune swirl.
Prune swirl. Final answer. All right. Ooh.
Oh, a puffy prune whip.
Puffy
I'm
prune
seeing
whip.
the direction that this is going.
Not to be confused with the puffy prune whip. Puffy prune whip. Okay, we got just two more. Okay, so this next one is Olivia Nelson. We got a nice can of sweetened condensed milk. Oh, hello. Chocolate chips, graham crackers, some nut meat.
Interesting.
And then you roll crackers and add remaining ingredients, put in well-greased pan. You only make that mistake once, not greasing it enough. And then you test while baking. I don't know what kind of test, but you want to go ahead and test that one while baking. Any pitches on what this one's called?
I'm gonna call this s'mores bar.
S'mores bar. We'll take that under consideration. This one is either called a barbs bars.
Oh, I got a child on the way.
Oh no, this is the wrong one. Oh, hello.
Okay.
I know that person. Hi. Oh, I
Say
started
hi.
with the wrong answers. Hi.
You hear her?
Hi, Kai.
Hi.
We got, I feel, oh, look at this. This is like
Husband, this is-
dropping.
See you later.
Bye. We're almost done. That's this. They probably heard how good the recipes were and we're like, we gotta
I
get
know
some.
they
fancy."
did.
They were like-
Well, prunes are one of Kai's favorite foods, so
Does he like prune whip? Okay, so this one is either called Easy Nut Fun
oh no.
or B 4-layer nut bars
Uh-huh.
or Hurry Up bars.
Hurry up bars or for
Hurry up bars.
Yes.
You nailed
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo.
Bars. Hurry up. That's Olivia's like, hurry up, make those bars. Okay. So now we have two more. Okay. This
Hey.
one is we got dates, prunes, raisins,
Wow.
margarine,
Mhm.
eggs, flour, soda, vanilla. The nuts are optional on this one.
Okay. It's not a nut bar.
Boil the dates, varying prunes and raisins until they're soft while mixture is still warm. Add the margarine. Beat together eggs, flour, vanilla. You get it. Boil, pour into a pan, sprinkle, top with nuts if desired. They're not telling you what to. Shirley doesn't give a shit what you do with the nuts, but if you want
Yeah.
to put them in, preheat
To
oven.
be frank.
You know what? To be frank, she should have put preheat oven at the top of this recipe. You're already behind the 8 ball by the time. Anyway, bake
Yeah.
about 30 minutes, 9 by 13 inch pan. Freeze as well. Yeah, I bet it does, Shirley.
Great to know.
Okay. Any pictures on what this one's called?
Get it moving.
Get it moving. Okay. Well, this one is
I
either
mean,
called.
seriously, all of these would get that Dookie moving, right?
What did you call the first one? Raw Dookie.
Rod,
Raw
mm,
Dookie.
it's gone.
It's gone. I don't know. It was fun. I might be recording it. We'll find out. Okay. This one is either called A, Barb's Bars,
Mhm.
B, Shirley's Best Bars, or C, Good Sugarless Bars.
Oh, I feel like you threw the Shirley's bars in there to throw me. I'm gonna call them the good sugarless bars.
Good.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes. That is my favorite thing about these books, that there are so many recipes that are just like Deborah's best lemon bars, Tamara's great lemon bars. Like it's
Do you make these, Amber, though? Do you make these recipes or you just collect them?
I like to read them. They're kind of like history books. Like they're because this is from a diabetic section. Like,
Yeah.
there's always like a couple of pages or of like ethnic food, and you can
Oh,
see
no.
exactly when history, like when margarine really, like, and Cool Whip is a big sugar-free Cool Whip is a diabetic dream apparently in all of these books. I've made some of them, or I'll compare notes, like to try to make recipes that my mom has made, and then. I have one last one. I was like, why are you taking my notes away? Okay, so here's the last one.
Okay.
Okay, this one is Marcia Pelzel. Oh, in memory of Loretta.
Oh.
Gosh. Okay, it's kind of big one. Got some flour.
Either maybe that's her mom.
Maybe. Yeah, because you got to change your name when you get married. Flour.
There's your Cool Whip. There's
Whip.
cream cheese in this one. That's good. Vanilla pudding. Chocolate pudding.
A chocolate bar. Grated.
Wow.
Pecans, crumbly, put in the, so you'll put the jazz in the bottom of the pan, bacon golden brown, mixed cream cheese powder. This one sounds good, actually. Cool Whip, spread that over the crust. Then we put a little over the top. Ooh, spread with cream cheese. I'm going to make this for our next gathering in 2022.
I hope you do.
I'm going to make this.
For our next Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. That's what you call it, right? You guys want to get together for our next Dungeon and Dragon? We're gonna my character's name is gonna be Shirley Raduki. She's gonna be half human, half prune. What do you think? Do you have any idea what this one might be called?
This is a layered. We'll call this. This is some sort of a layered bar, right? Let's call this. Let's call this pudding pop bar.
Pudding pop bar. Okay, well, that's a good guess. But your choices are this bar is called one of these three things. As if you didn't understand how the game has been played the last few minutes. Next best thing to Paul Newman is option A. Option B is next best thing to Robert Redford.
Ooh.
Or next best thing to James Caan. What do we think, Marcia?
It's got to be Paul Newman, right? I mean, it could be Redford, but I would say Paul Newman. I'll say Paul Newman. I'll say that her friend Loretta passed away in a loveless marriage, pining for Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah, that sounds right. But let's see what it is.
Oh, James Caan. Oh, Robert Redford.
Robert Redford. That was silly fun, but you won the game. And you win some stickers I will give to you that have my face on them. How about that?
Oh, yes, please. You know I love a sticker.
Have you gone through all your glasses?
No, I still have two more.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you for a couple more moments. Two more.
Yes.
And is your shirt indeed? Oh, give us a little spark. I can't see the.
It used to be my mother's shirt. It's a lot of sparkle. It's really stretched out. You know, the elastic's gone after so many years, but this is kind of a Diane Keaton vibe I'm giving.
It is. You just need like gloves. Like
she's always cinching the waist.
Yeah, and wearing a glove.
These are kind of boring, but they have like a sensible, solid ear rest.
Oh yeah.
Like a grip.
What do you mean? On the side, they've got a little.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you see?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's like a gentle. Okay. And these are the ones that my daughter was wearing earlier that I got at a wedding. Oh.
I wore the clear ones to try to not
open up your face.
Yeah,
exactly. It's your signature look.
Exactly. A bold earring, a frazzled but hip Mrs. Frizzle Dizzle is my thing. Well, Lennon, what do you have going on besides Bless This Mess? Anything we need to know about that the viewers, aka my family, else can they find you?
Oh, well, they can ask you. No, Bless This Mess is, I think we have 2 more episodes to air this season, but all the seasons are available on Hulu.
Yeah,
And
you
I
directed which episode?
directed the next one. So the
Directed.
next to the last one, it's Tornado Season Part 1.
So that's 2 that you directed this season.
One. Yes, 2 this season. Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Director, actress,
Yes.
recipe guesser.
Yes.
Oh, before I let you go, are there any fun small businesses that you are so excited to go out and support when this is
Well,
all
you know,
done?
I can't wait to get back in the Kitchen Mouse.
That's good. We love that
I
kitchen
just can't
mouse.
wait. I just can't wait.
Yeah, I also can't wait to get back to Bloom and Plume. I've got to take you there. Go get a coffee.
Oh, I gotta go.
Such a
I'm
beautiful
so jelly.
the flowers. It's gonna be so great.
Yeah.
Well, I really can't thank you enough for taking time away from your family tonight
I'm
to
so proud
chat
of
with
you.
me and celebrate the album coming out. And I know you pre-ordered, so I thank you for that. And,
Yes. Get it
and-
tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this lady. She's so funny.
Oh, you're the best. You're the best. You guys, clap it up for Lennon Parham. Thank you so much, Lennon. I'm gonna kick you out. And thank you so much. I love you.
I love you.
just cut her off. That's how television works, I think. I don't really know. You guys, this is so strange. And the time, should I be looking at the camera? I've been getting texts. Are you looking at your phone? Well, sometimes, yes, I am, because I'm trying to make sure things are happening. This has been ridiculous. A ridiculous endeavor. When I had this idea, I thought it would be kind of fun and silly, and I've done a few Zoom shows, and I know how to do Zoom. So much work, more than I thought. If you're going to do this, the most important thing I can tell you is to not scratch your eyeball the day before, and to learn where the mute button is. Second of all, this is really a party show to celebrate. I recorded my first stand-up comedy album a little while ago, and it is now available for people to purchase and listen. Also, it's going to be streaming on a few Sirius XM radio stations. I forget all of them, but I know specifically right now, the She's So Funny, it's channel 105 on Sirius XM radio, which you can get for free until May 15th. So stream that She's So Funny station, even when you're not listening, so that they want to keep it on the air. And so then we can get some more plays. But the album is called Sparkly Parts. It is available for pre-order right this moment on iTunes, and then it will you'll have it in your library at midnight tonight. It becomes fully available. But the pre-orders really do help me out to feel like a successful human being and make my parents believe in me more than they already do. I know you guys do. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you did watch, and thank you for bearing with the technical difficulties. This has been a real silly goose fun time. I hope you had fun. Get out there and you support businesses where you can. Oh, I wanted to quick mention some other places that I love and wanted to shout out is the Strike Theater in Minneapolis. They're doing great, hilarious things. The Boiler Room Coffee Shop in Minneapolis, one of my favorite places. The Establishment Salon in Milwaukee and Los Angeles, the great people, and I desperately am in need of a visit. The Beach Girl Manny is, I have chewed my nails for a very long time, and I splurged and went and got a fancy manicure from Beach Girl Manny. Find her on Instagram here in Los Angeles. And now I don't bite my nails, which is why I scratched my eyeball. So good and bad with that one. And another fun place is the Rabbit Hole. It's a bar in Old Town in Chicago. Just a couple of places that I wanted to send some love to. And one more time, the album is Sparkly Parts. I can't thank you enough for watching. Thank you so much for coming to this experiment. And this is my producer and husband, Peter Jane. Thanks for helping us out. And I guess we're done now. Thank you guys. Have a good night.